Isabella, we in a 1974 Corvette Stingray, 8-track play, Miles Davis, Thelonious. Inside of my car is the latest design, HAL 9000 PC. Me and her always have happy days, good times. We would hit it in her crib to watch TV. We first watched Harlem Nights, and then we watched Coming to America. And even though we've seen these movies 1,000 times before, it had us laughing in hysteria. She's the Golden Girls, and we honeymooners on some Bang Zoom. Next we begin to read Marvel Comics, Power Man and Black Panther, and this brought a smile to David Winsands. Next she pulls out the Lego blocks and the constructs. So we started building, acting like children, and all these hours we never even touched. But that's okay because we connect like Mork and Mindy. I love Lucy, but then we started our meditation because we wanted to give into the temptations. I wish it would rain. I felt rock there and heal the growing pains. When we came back to Earth, she called me the Masters of the Universe, and we watched Looney Tunes. It was about 4:30 in the afternoon, right? So I began to cook. And while cooking, I was like, on my next song, would you mind singing the hook? She was like, hell yeah, like Steve Austin, cause you the $6 million man. All these other niggas is GoBots, but you the real transformer of lives on the road. I be turning base metals into gold. It's like that, and you don't stop. Mic check 1, 2, this is hip hop. We're moving on up to the east side. Her next door neighbors were the Jeffersons. We finally got a piece of the pie, and so they came over with a laserdisc. And then we played the Atari 2600. But then my girl, she paused to watch the Vernon Shirley, which came on at 7:30. Then at 8 o'clock we all in the living room watching Bruno Sammartino, the champ, Tony Atlas. Then after wrestling was over, we all held hands in a circle and we started chanting. Our voices harmonized like classical music. Then like Voltron, we all became one unit. Ouroboros. It was wonderful. Our chakras were ignited and we became more powerful. I remember when I used to chase dark shadows, witches. I was enticed by the spells. They were monsters on the inside, but on the outside, they were beautiful. Beauty hypnotizes men, it ain't hard to tell. But in many ways, I was saved by the bell. Now I'm back in the ring, like the icon Sting. But anyway, we always have fun with her. Neighbors come over playing board games or watching reruns, Sanford and Son. But then they had to go before we got to watch the Tracy Ullman show. I spent the night, and the next day was Saturday, so we watched Saturday morning cartoons. Then we jumped in her 1969 Mustang playing Duke Ellington while we just cruised. We're cruising like Smokey Robinson to Alexander's on 3rd Avenue. The clothing store. I next buy her a few dresses and 2 teddy bears. Garfield, Heathcliff. Then after shopping, we leaving, heading back home to the magic carpet ride. We take each other's hands, then we close our eyes. Then the song is sang. Then after we finish, we play some video games. And like I told you before, we rock a HAL 9000, not a Commodore 64. Then we began to play with a wide selection of toys from G.I. Joe to Cabbage Patch Dolls. Then I said, my love, before I leave, could you kiss me and sing for me, please? The Gemetapes were published in 1888 and written by the French composer Eric Satie. Since then, various composers and jazz musicians have created their own rendition. Are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else? The riders on the storm. Cheers to the new birth. We have divine family ties. We were once the young and the restless, but now our lives are governed by peace, love, joy, self-control, patience, kindness, acceptance, and love of self and all. and proper use of universal energies. I want to take this time out to give shout outs to Mama and my girl Candace. I love you, Mama. Candace, meow for daddy. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. Challenging everything.
But be ye transformed. A complete transformation by the renewing. Woo. If you knew what I dropped on you just there, you just be shouting right now. Dorothy, I want to tell you, you could have been home a long time ago. As soon as you decide to stop looking for answers in other people and miracles somewhere down the yellow brick road and click the hill of your mind and set your affections on things that are above, you could have been free years ago.
You could have been free years ago. True. That's what they told me, but I didn't know. Did I? I know it now and I'm dedicated to show others how to transmute into gold. Philosopher's stones, cheat, magic carpet. I finished my sermon and got off the pulpit. My sermon was on how to overcome hurdles like Edward Moses. Everything was planned, but no one knows this. Later, I'm outside your window singing my serenade. Dee-dee-dee-dotty, dee-dee-dee-dee-dotty day. My love. Come on, honey dip, won't you please come out and play? Please. And of course, she made me wait. And of course. Now we're creeping, now we're creeping, now we're creeping. On my magic carpet, she took a seat then. Told me she was ready to go. Do you know how many times she has told me no? She never been on a violent disc before with a nigga who can rap and control the maestro. Guaranteed. We hopped to it like a kangaroo. And time and space we began to travel through. What I used to teach her, she didn't believe it. But anyway, our first destination was Egypt. We watched Moses part the Red Sea then. I told her that the mind is the battleground.
The mind is the battleground. That's where you're gonna win it or lose it. And through distractions and through deception, that's where he's gonna try to contain you and get you to buy the deception in order to keep you the same. Consider him, or lest you be wearied and faint in your mind. So if you give up, cave in, and quit, it's gonna be in your mind where you give up, cave in, and quit. Watch your mind, don't get weary, and don't faint in your mind. Keep resisting. Keep fighting against it. Keep doing it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a battle. You're gonna have to fight to win.
I remember losing the fight again and again, but now I win constantly and teach others how to do the same. Teach. Anyway, while time traveling, we would chit chat. She was sweet as a Kit Kat. She said, "Wind Chance, where did you get that beat from?" I told her I could pleasure her like DOC, no one could do it better. No one. I dug her up like a pirate's treasure. Showed her she had beauty beyond measure. She's used to niggas that disrespect her. I told her, boo, you have no clue of what the great one David Winsand came to do. No clue. So just chill to the next episode, so I could teach you how to let go. Let it go. You could have been free years ago. Could have been. She looked at me and said, yeah, I know. Did we travel to the time before Genesis? We saw men riding dinosaurs in spaceships. Did we travel to another time, and another time, and another time? It's all space-time, like Einstein. She told me my love and friendship was a gold mine. I didn't ask, could I kiss her? In the back of my mind, I really wanted to lick her. She let me, then I proceeded to give her my all like Mariah Carey. When I was done, she was overjoyed and amazed. They told me that was the best she ever had. We next went to Liverpool, where I watched her paint and then play the flute. But then she stopped and cried and told me that for so many years she's been suppressing her creative ideas. But around me, she's empowered, a goddess. So now we've got a problem.
because every single one of our five senses works by exactly the same program. Not one of them can tell us anything about what exists outside of that program. So in order to know what surrounds us, what the greater reality is, we need to develop an additional sense. So what is it that moves things in reality? What makes things happen? Any motion is happening only as a result of that you have become uncomfortable where you are, that a need has evolved in you, has appeared, and
to your spouse, don't talk to me, I'm focused. You don't say to your children, leave me alone, I can't talk to you for a few years because I'm focused. But your mind, your will, and emotions are in agreement with each other. They are aligned, and that's going to give you the strength to carry you through to your objective. Certain things are going to have to endure that you really don't like, but you do them because you're focused. Forget about focusing.
You think it's
You're
a
not
joke.
willing
The
to be
joke's on you.
disciplined.
They're killing
Discipline
you. You are being
is the
harvested by a
bridge
marketing machine.
between
You're not free.
thought
You're slaves.
and accomplishment.
Freedom is a lie. Come on, all of you, come on. It's not too late. You can be saved. The world is not the way it seems. You are tiny rays of light.
I was listening to Billy Joel's Just the Way You Are, Don't Go Changing, trying to please me, you never let me down before. Next was the Barry White version, and then some other song. This was the time when man walked along the earth with dinosaurs. At this time, Merlin ruled the earth with his magic, and he granted many powers to the seven-headed dragon. 10 horns. Revelations, RFID, what was natural became obsolete. Cybergenetics, baby creation stores, humans don't die or get sick anymore. Right. The dead are resurrected virtually. Everything's a brain-machine interface, technical singularity. Memories implanted, download info into your brain. Anyway, all I wanted was sex and death, couldn't get either. So I'm saying goodbye to all forms of sexual pleasure. Porn makes you doing what you don't, it justifies all
You
addiction.
think I'm crazy? Well, I am. I love you. You who don't even love themselves. You who live in shame. Well, you should be ashamed of yourselves. The television is a lie. The government is a lie. The government is trying to kill you. They want to harvest your dead body and turn it into cheese.
I grabbed
I've been to the
Excalibur,
factory.
then put on the
love you.
full armor of the Lord and jump in the teleporter. You have not because you ask not, and quarrel because you don't have what you desire. Wrong motives, then someone walks up to me asking is it true that you slew the 1, 2, and 3? Headed dragons, demons, witches, wizards, orcs, goblins, wyverns. Then went to the suburbs where the vampires live in. They suck our blood daily and that's how they became rich. Then I told homie about when I slew my first dragon. I had lost that fight more times than you can imagine. The Lords had me living in prison where I died but was still alive like a zombie and Resident Evil. I tried to advertise, forgot but people realized I was living lies and my life was see-through.
Be a person of love. Be like a lion, loving its prey. Don't be a dog, humping society's leg. Which are you? A lion or a dog? I know which I'd rather be. I've taken the drugs. I know. I'm a lion, not a dog. I am not, and you can't make me be.
Check Buddha's humble path to Nirvana. The only thing that drives any movement is pleasure. That's it. I then shot Money in the head with the laser because I knew he was a reptilian shapeshifter. My third eye screen works like the spider senses of Peter Parker. Then a bunch of robots surrounded me with plasma cannons, but I have a force filled up and I use my chi like a Jedi would use the force to break them off. God's wisdom is foolish to the wise. Does God love you just the way you are? Later on I'm songwriting and fighting tight fleeting gods to make Goliath the giant look like an ant. In sexual frustration, God's will for singles, we cling to his words and do and don't wrestle. Flesh and blood, but against principalities, invisible beings that control our reality. I'm ready to fight Merlin, so now I give a gold coin to the dude that takes me across the river. He didn't offer me a hit and a kiss of what I used to love, but I don't walk or talk or do that anymore. I'm delivered. Nah, homie. Like Abraham, I ain't even consider. It's like a RPG video game, but a game it isn't. As my level increase, I'm fighting a stronger beast, so I renew my mind constantly to open my clear screen to divinity.
Are you listening? It's not real, man! It's a lie. It's all lies. The government lies to us. They put robots in the drinking water. They put spies in the toilets to watch us. They did it to me for a long time. You listening to me? You think you know the answers? With your dull little lives, with your glass box houses, and your mortgages, and your health worries, and your therapists, it's lies! You are building your own hell. I've been to the other side. They want you dead.
Man, roll the dice.
They're putting stuff into the air!
Let's
This
just kiss
stuff makes
and
you
say
think
goodbye.
those thoughts.
A tarnished ring on a tarnished chain. All is fair in love. Love's a crazy game because it takes two to make the thing go right. You're just so far away. Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? It would be so fine to see your face at my door. This was the last kiss I dedicated that I'd ever taken, like the Houdini album. I just had to escape. Now I fly like an arrow because time keeps on slipping into the future. Joe Cookman comments on brackets to this link. Amble 2013 to the sermon on the mouth. I was listening. The world is God's house. I'm just a window. I grab my teddy bear and look out the window. There's a war going on a man is safe from. You can run but you can't hide. But the true war a man can't escape from is the war that's going on inside. There's a lot going on in the world. Just watch the news. Some of it is a lie and some of it is true. Most of it is a lie. You can't tell the difference. And that's how it's intended to be. Against my shoulder you can lean on me. I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal. I used to say, yesterday all my troubles were so far away. But today it seems they're here to stay. But now I say, choose ye this day. We are more than conquerors. Then the phone rings and it's Isabella and I tell her to walk in. The door's open. Come in, honey. She walks in saying, Joe Cocker woman to come in. The dress she had on was absolutely stunning. Respond to sack for the dreams like I wanted to grab her, but then she said, you can't touch this because this ain't hammer time. I didn't bow before it, then I kissed the palm. And later on we'll be singing the song of songs. The alchemic secrets, the Prophet Muhammad, the love Christ had for his bride, and the blueprint for marriage and all relation. Anyway, Hunt Dawson, Central Park West by John Coltrane. Then I begin to cook, and as I cook I tell her about Steve Austin and the Legend of Zelda, the Art of Noise, Pink Floyd, Sir Isaac Newton, Cleopatra. Then Isabella turns on the news and says, look at this propaganda. It's true. You can't fool all the people all of the time, but if you fool the right ones, then the rest will fall in line. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Love's gonna get you, Mr. David Wynn saying. I used to say like Bismarck, and she's just a friend. And like George, I'm never gonna dance again. Now like meet me at the altar in your white dress. When you're getting any younger, girl, I must confess I just wanna get married. She said yes, like Daniel Bryan. I did next. Pinch myself to make sure this is real. But then I looked to see her doing the same, which had me flipping like insane in the brain because I knew we both been in the house of pain. But now we're free from the chains. For real. What do we do now? Do we give up on our faith or delivered or delusional? Walk by foolish of faith, are we? Are we making ourselves believe or unbelieve? How do we know if we're really following reality? And that's when Isabella starts to sing. Her voice is so beautiful, it's known to bring men to the knees, she can make her slave. And they just want to capture and use her voice as a silent weapon like men and robots. Like anyway, let's dance to ever go this Misty and Strictly Business by EPMD. Lives to die, I'm constantly giving the world my testimony, and I do it to help others get free. I remember thinking life was over, but life had really just began. And in a way, I was right. Because before resurrection must come death. As B.I.G. said, things done changed. Because I know I am the master of the universe. I hold up my sword and yell, I have the power. Candace is my battle kit. Roar for daddy.